Welcome to the Who Work podcast, where we stop obsessing over what we do and start confronting who we're being. I'm Michonne Childers, and this space is for people who are done tiptoeing through their lives, their work, and their calling. Now, here's what I believe, and we talk about it here. Most people don't need another strategy, they don't need another checklist, and they don't need more information. They need an identity shift. Because when your identity is misaligned, your confidence wavers, your voice softens, and your work never quite reflects who you know you are inside. Who Work is about reclaiming your authority, standing fully in your uniqueness, and becoming the version of you that no longer edits him or herself to be acceptable. This is not a podcast about doing more. It's a podcast about becoming truer. So if you're ready to stop performing, stop shrinking, and stop being beneath your calling, you're in the right place. Let's get into today's conversation. And I have to share an uncomfortable truth. Most people are not stuck because they don't know what to do. They're stuck because they refuse to stand in who they actually are. Think about it. We live in a world obsessed with information. More books, more podcasts, more strategies, more steps, more. But information without embodiment changes absolutely nothing. So think, you don't need another plan. You don't need another checklist. You don't need another year of trying harder. What you need is authority. And authority doesn't come from titles, credentials, or external validation. It comes from alignment, from conviction, from knowing who you are and standing there without apology. And here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. You cannot keep living beneath your calling and expect your life to feel aligned. Most people are tiptoeing through their own lives, softening their voice, diluting their message, shrinking in rooms that they should be leading in. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack wisdom, but because they're afraid of being fully seen. Because standing fully in who you are will cost you. It will cost you approval, it will cost you comfort, and belonging in spaces that were never meant to hold you. And that's where people stall. They choose likability over leadership, safety over truth, fitting in over standing out. But let me be clear, you were not created to blend in. Your uniqueness is not random, it's not extra, it's not something to tame or smooth out. It is the very thing that gives you authority. And when you suppress it, you don't become more effective, you become disconnected. And that's what I think we're doing, is disconnected from ourselves. This is why so many people feel frustrated right now. They're doing all the right things, but something still feels off. Because deep down they know they are living out of alignment with who they truly are. They're performing instead of embodying, they're managing perceptions instead of leading from their truth. They are editing themselves instead of owning themselves. And here's where faith comes in because this matters. God does not respond to masks. Let me say that again. God does not respond to masks. He responds to authenticity, to obedience, to alignment. God is not asking you to be perfect. He's asking you to be honest, to stop hiding, to stop shrinking, to stop outsourcing your authority. Because when you abandon who you are to keep the peace, you lose yourself in the process. And peace that costs you your identity is not peace at all. This season is not about becoming louder, it's about becoming truer. Truer in your voice, truer in your boundaries, truer in your decisions, and truer in how you show up, even when it's uncomfortable. Authority doesn't shout, it doesn't over explain, it doesn't beg to be understood. It stands. And when you stand fully in who you are, something shifts. The right people recognize you, the wrong people fall away, and clarity replaces confusion. Some of you are waiting to feel ready, but readiness is built by obedience, not comfort. Some of you are waiting for confidence, but confidence is the byproduct of integrity. Doing what you know you're called to do, even when your voice shakes. It's not a season for tiptoeing. This is a season for ownership, for saying, this is who I am, this is what I believe, this is how I lead, and I'm done editing. I'm absolutely done editing myself to be acceptable. Because the world doesn't need another watered down voice, it needs truth, it needs conviction. It needs people who are willing to stand in their uniqueness and lead from it. And if this message hit you, it's because you already know. You've outgrown the version of yourself that plays small.